Hi, this is one of the many videos we have in our how-to series. This particular video is how to use the point of sale screen. So let's dive in. As you would have seen in plenty of our other videos, whether you're on the appointment book or the point of sale screen, we've got our menu options on the right hand side. To learn how to use everything underneath service list onwards, we do have individual videos for those. This particular video will only concentrate on how to process a sale, create a walk-in client, and anything to do with processing sales from the appointment book. But before we get to that little part, I'll just navigate you through the rest of the remaining buttons. Top left-hand corner, if you've got anything to do with support, any questions, any how-tos, any issues, give the support number a call and our team will guide you through to click this little blue S in the top left-hand corner. That will enable you to open up TeamViewer. We'll ask you for an ID number and password, and we'll be able to dial in and do anything that we need to help you out with. You've got your calculator, if you happen to need one. Obviously you've got your support number, then on the top right hand corner you've got your day, date, time, and you've got your minimize button, which is the upside down triangle. If you need to view the appointment book, press the appointments button, top left hand corner, take you to the appointment book. You've got your serving and remaining buttons. So your default is actually set to the serving column. So that means if you've got any clients that are in the appointment book that have been arrived, they'll be displayed in the serving column. Then you have your remaining appointments button. So that's what those ones do. Clear screen basically just resets everything. If anything you've got selected, clear screen just basically takes you back to your default screen. If you need to remove anyone in the serving column, so that could be a walk-in client or someone that's booked in the appointment book, just select them, bottom left-hand corner, press remove. It'll take them out and it'll unarrive them in the appointment book. The right-hand side, we'll go through these into more depth once we talk about the point of sale process. But if you've got a cash drawer that's connected to the till, or a cash drawer that's actually connected to the system, press the no sale button and the open till button will trigger the cash drawer to open up. So obviously we've got some different methods on processing sales. I'll go through the first one, which is via the appointment book. So if there's someone that's arrived in the appointment book and you'll see them in the serving column, you can go via the appointment book, press sale, or if you're sitting on the point of sale screen, select the client. Once you're in the selected mode, you can do anything in regards to the sale process. So you've got your sale menu options, so you can change the service. If it's a booked-in service, you can once you've selected a service, you can change it from a blow wave to a faceline foils. This is for appointment book integrity, because then you'll see that she's actually changed to a faceline foils. You can add services if you need to. You can add retail. You can discount the price of the whole sale if you want. You want to discount it 50%. It'll discount everything. And you'll see your options in the bottom right hand corner here. They display they're all live discount. They're all live edits. If I need to change the price on a particular item, I can make that either higher or lower. While you're in the sale menu, obviously you can delete any of these services if you wish. Now for appointment integrity, this is a big one. So if you wanted to delete a booked-in appointment, so it'll tell you to go to the appointment book. This is for appointment integrity. So because we have occupancy rates, productivity percentages, for those numbers to be correct, the appointment book needs to be correct. So if you need to delete an appointment that has been booked in, do it via the appointment book. Otherwise, what a lot of clients did find from the old version, they used to try delete it and then add another service. So let's say if she's had a faceline falls, but she's been booked in and she's going to have a blow wave instead, or a full color. You can go via the sale menu, just change it instead. change it to what she's had done. Don't worry about deleting and re-adding, you can just change it. And as you saw, we also have right-click options. These mirror the sale menu options. Now you can change operators if you need to. If you select the service, you need to change who's actually done that particular service. You can change it. You can also split. So if you've had Charlotte and you can have someone else do the second service. You can see all that there. And you actually see if you go across the appointment book, she's moved across to Charlotte. So they're your basic point of sale options. You can, as I said, you can, from the sales lookup, select retail. So you've got all these options here. You would have seen the sales lookup video, so you know what all these little filters do. So I'm not going to concentrate too much on that. Now, if someone's actually walked in or over the phone and you wanted to build up a quote, you can actually just print that out with this little button here. We are coming out with email options for the quote, but just for the moment, it is just that print. So once you are happy, or even just before I get to that, if you've got a barcode scanner, you'll see that this is already clicked inside here in this little field. So if you've got a barcode, grab the item, scan it, and it's basically the same as going through the sales lookup area and selecting that retail item. As long as, if you've watched the retail list area, as long as your items are correct and the barcode numbers are current, then scanning the retail items you should have zero issues there. So once you are happy with the total price, once you've ever adjusted all your pricing and things like that, it's as simple as pressing done. Then you have your payment screen. You've got your payment options on the right hand side. On the top right hand corner, you've got your receipt options. So at setup, if you've got your receipt options as don't print a receipt, it won't print a receipt. If you need to individually print the receipt for this particular client, choose your options. You can print the receipt. You can actually even also email the client directly. I'll go through that in just a moment. So you've got your options in regards to, if you select FPOS, if you know the amount that they need to charge, like really the only times that you need to use these numbers is if someone pays, if it's a split sale, they pay $200 cash, and you don't even really need to press the remaining $74.48. The system will recognize it if you press FPOS and done. But you can obviously just come inside here and finish that off. So that's really the only time that you need to use the number pads. So for this particular sale, I'm just going to do a split sale. Press done. Then you've got your rebooking reminder. Again, you would have seen this in the appointment video. So I'll just quickly go over it. So she's going to book in just for 6 weeks instead. Press the 28th. Apply so this part you're going to reward who the rebooking goes to for their stats, and you pop it in, and that's done. And you'll see in the appointment book, she's now gone to dark gray. So that is how to basically process a sale from the appointment book. Then you have your other methods of sales. You've got your walk-ins and you've got your walk-in clients. So if you've just got a random client that just walks in and wants to have a service or a retail and they don't want to have their information in the system, just press the sales lookup. Service, if someone walks in, they just want to have a blow wave, select the gender, who's doing it, and away you go. That'll pop them straight into the serving column. Same thing if someone walks in and just wants to buy retail. Or who's selling the retail, and you can just select whatever it is you need to do. And again, if you've got the barcode scanner, just grab the items and scan it. So they're just walk-in clients. If you have a walk-in client that's actually in the system, select whoever that client is and what they're having done and who with. And then that client will be in the serving area. And the same thing if you've got a client that buys a retail and they want to have it in their history, it's the exact same thing. And you'll see that particular client is in the serving column. To process those, it's the exact same way. For this particular one, I will go through So we're going to use this one. So if the email address, if you notice up in the top right hand corner, they don't have their email, and they ask to have their receipt emailed, process the sale as per normal. So you'll notice if I'm just selecting anything here, you don't need to type it. If I select FPOS, press done, and then it'll give you a prompt. And it'll go out and it'll send the receipt to that particular client. It'll then also save the email address into the client file, so you won't have to ask for the email address again when they at their next service. So for this particular client, we're going to go done. If I have this option selected, if I press done, it will go through the print options. So as long as you've got one of those receipt printers, you can also from here export an email if you need to. You'll see it's actually tailor-made for receipt printers. So if you've got a receipt printer in the system, select the receipt printer, then press print. It'll print out the receipt. So there are your basic options. You'll see it's really not difficult. You've got your sales lookup, which is we have our video for that. So I'm not going to go too much into that again. The only there is a real cool feature. If I select the service, I can actually give a tip to a particular operator. If I want to give Charlotte a $50 tip, it'll allocate the tip, and that's excluding GST also. Press done. Process as normal. The voucher system, we have our own video for the voucher system, so again, we won't go too much into that. But just as you can see, it is really easy to use. It's not, you can't really break it at this stage. It's pretty self-explanatory from here on out. So this is basically going to conclude the how to use the point of sale area. No such thing as a silly question, so please give us a call if you do have anything that you need to know regarding this area. So just give us a call on 1300 780 619.